Peace. Authenticity always wins. You gotta be true to you, authentic to you, and be ready to accept whatever consequences, whatever rewards, whatever results, whatever reality comes with it, right? Because the more authentic you are, the more you are in tune with the truth, and the more you're gonna appreciate whatever comes with it. A lot of times, when we lack authenticity, it's because we see something that we think we like, or that we think we want, or that we think is the best that can happen right now. And then instead of staying true to ourselves and going along with what we think we should do, what we know we should do, what we feel we should do, we go along with what we see right in front of us, not knowing that what we saw right in front of us was the last thing that we had to get past before we can create what we don't see, what is actually true to us. It happens a lot of times, especially with people, right? So many people these days just go along with whatever. Now, if you're an agreeable person, that might be authentic to you, that might be your nature. But a lot of us are not just agreeable people who just want to follow. We be in like a stage of like not understanding so much, and you just agree. You just go along because you still understanding, you still learning to understand, and you might see, okay, let me go with different opportunities, different chances, the people that I trust, to kind of try to find what I'm really out here to do, what I really want. You know what I'm saying? But when you true to yourself, somebody might present something to you. People so used to everybody being so agreeable that when you authentic and you might say no. Nah, I ain't going along with that. I'm not interested in that right now. It may rub people the wrong way. People might not like you. You might feel that energy and it won't feel right. But then a lot of times, those people will end up accepting who you are, whether they like you or they don't. They're going to accept who you really are because they can see that you really being yourself. The more authentic you are, you're going to be consistent. You're going to always be that. And that's what the people going to respect. What a lot of us mess up is we go along with something or someone because we appreciate that person or we appreciate that they right here right now, even if that thing that they talking about is not what they want to do. We go along with that person, and then eventually, when you live in a lie, when you're not authentic, you live in a lie, right? So you either eventually gonna bust out that lie, or that lie gonna throw you out. And that's the problem, because once you bust out that lie, now them people that you was in that lie with lack respect for you. They gonna lose respect for you because they thought you was with them, and they didn't realize that you was not being true to yourself. You weren't being authentic when you was going along with them. You was just trying to figure out where you was gonna be. It's easier to just be authentic from the jump. If it's not something you interested in, tell them that. They might not like it, but they gonna respect it. If they don't respect it right now, they gonna eventually respect it, because they gonna, if they ever see you again, or if they keep up with you, if y'all still around each other, they gonna see that what you end up doing, what you end up being and becoming and living is true to what you said in the first place. You said no to them because you think you want to do something else. What you end up doing is something totally different, and it seems more in line with who you are. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense than what I wanted them to do with me, for them. You know what I mean? Now, for me as a person, for you as a person, it's just gonna be better for you. You gotta learn to have faith, have confidence in yourself and who you are, and the fact that life is gonna bring what you here for, as long as you true to yourself. Like I said, anytime we go off our authentic path, it's usually a lack of faith in getting what we here for. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to turn this down because I don't know if I'm gonna get anything better. But it's like, if this ain't aligned with me, then eventually almost anything is gonna seem better. and that's not the way you want to be. Now, if you gotta learn that lesson, you gotta learn that lesson. Don't repeat it more than once. We all got lessons to learn. We all gotta figure it out as we go. But as much as you can, just stay true. Stay true to you, and learn to let go of what ain't you in order to get what is you. You might have seen You might have seen, you might not have seen. You could go see. I got a short where I talked about I got fired during the transfer. So I had a job. It was a regular warehouse job with a big company, right? So we doing our work. We doing a great job. Everybody in there is listening to music, watching movies, watching videos, whatever. Still doing a great job because it's repetitive work. And we got time. They let us have headphones. We could do what we do and do what we do. You feel me? So eventually, at some point, I was just like, man, being there and just being at home, I had started working out again. I had just ended a relationship, and I was like, yo, I gotta get my mind right. I gotta get myself right. I gotta focus on myself. I'm finna get a personal trainer certification. I'm gonna be a personal trainer, right? So I bought a course. Most nights while I was at that job, I was working a night shift. I was studying. The main training course, it let me listen to it. I could read it, but I also could just play it and just listen to it. And I'm good at, I love audiobooks, so I'm good at retaining information while I'm just hearing it. And then I might review it visually, and now it's really locked in. You know what I mean? So, months, I'm studying. You know what I mean? And then eventually, I take the test, I pass the test, I'm certified now. Never did personal training before, just did my own training. I'm into fitness, you know what I'm saying? I've been in and out of it, and now I'm like, I'm gonna stay consistent. I'm all in, right? So I decided I'm finna move, and I'm like, okay, they let me transfer. This regular warehouse job, it's a big company, they'll let me transfer to where I'm going. So I'm going through the process, and the funny thing about it is, the further I get in the process, the more my supervisors around me who give me advice, which a lot of times was the wrong advice, but it's all they knew. You know what I mean? They were surprised that I got to the next step. One of them, he actually like was cool with me. He actually appreciated me as a person. He would be surprised, but he would like be happy for me. It's like, oh, word. They ain't used to people like making the move that they say they're gonna move. I actually asked him too about, because he said he used to be a personal trainer. He told me about some cheap course that he knew, and I asked him about it, and then after maybe like a week, maybe two, next time I talked to him, I had him bought the course that I found, and he was surprised at that, like, word? Like, I don't know if he thought he was just gonna keep me in a place, or if he just thought I was gonna wait for him, but it's like, I appreciate that you even sparked the idea that I could go buy a course. Oh yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? That's the part he played, and I had to be authentic to myself and go do the thing and not wait on nobody. You know what I mean? So anyways, I got my certification. I'm going through the transfer. Eventually, it took so long to try to make the transfer happen that I couldn't even wait. I moved. And now I'm in the place trying to get the transfer done still, right? And then the HR people is kind of working against me. It's almost like you're a human resource professional and you don't want to deal with humans or be a resource. And you're not really trying to help or nothing. And then eventually I just had to realize, yo, I'm just trying to go with what I have in front of me already. What seems easy right now, but it's being so difficult with me that I might just need to let it go and go for what I want, what I know. Here I go. I applied for a couple personal trainer positions. And then the next day I talked to my old supervisor. I was like, you know what, I think I'm just finna let go, let God. I ain't finna push no more. I'm gonna just accept the signs and see what happens. A month later or a couple weeks later, I'm hired as a personal trainer. Now, I left something behind that anybody could do and that I just thought was the best thing for me right now because, okay, I got something already secured. Let me keep this going while I work on that. It's being difficult, let that go. Don't even worry about it. Go on faith, be authentic to yourself and where you know you headed and go get it. Now I'm a personal trainer. I work for a gym. I'm building my own content and everything. Here we are. Y'all gonna see me doing fitness. I got a little bit, but y'all gonna see a lot more fitness content. But the fact of the matter and the moral here is be true to yourself, authentic to yourself, especially when you realize that where you are is not that. Let it go. Don't hold on just because it's in front of you. You know what I mean? There's so much more than what's in front of you. Remember, while you're looking at the glass, check that out if you ain't seen it yet. Abundance mindset. There's so much more than what's right here in front of you. And when you know that what you want and what you're here for is more than what's right here in front of you, you gotta expand your mind and allow yourself to know that you're bigger than that. You better than that. Stay grounded, stay grateful. You know what I mean? Don't boost your ego to make it. It's not an ego thing, it's a reality thing. You better than that. Be authentic. Make something happen. I will here. We will here. Together. Subscribe. Come on. Let's get it.